What is this? The science of a broken heart. Emory University.
Brought to you by Emory University.
Health consequences of a broken heart. Because, yes, it's always a health concern. Is it?
We hear all the time people saying, that your heart breaks or is breaking because of some bad thing that has happened in your life. There is some truth, some medical truth in that, especially if
There's some medical truth in that because what you're feeling, no, isn't true. Well, this person just said that.
you undergo repeated of these episodes over time, if you have
And could it be that the Father turneth and twists your heart? No, could not be. Meaning, what moves your heart? Wow. Light, according to you. Wow.
have a lot of stress in your life that continues and goes on and on, in the long term, that can affect your cardiovascular health.
Oh, of course, she said, all this stress and heartache and all this can just relentlessly damage your what? Bash. No, she says, for you'll get, so some sort of, just blashed. Wow. She wants you to believe that somehow blasting your blood pressure in your veins and arteries and all these capillaries, oh, wow, cells, whoa. Wow. It could not be that the belief in the separation of the Father, you cause all sorts of effects upon effect, bash, 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 bash. Nope, could not be. Could not be. Could not be. No, could not be. Whoa. You want to have endurance for your health reason, not endure life. Whoa.
One episode of severe stress or sadness or a adverse event that happens, such breaking up with a boyfriend,
Like breaking up with a boyfriend. What are you saying? What are you saying? Heartbreak. Just, of course, heartbreak is just smashing a smash and then you smash and then you're heartbroken. Wow. What is this?
can actually have a direct impact on the heart.
Direct impact. When you break up with your boyfriend, it has a direct impact. You heard it. This thing said it. This paper behind her is telling her all sorts of mash up Harry Potter wisdom, and she loves it. Yes! Yes! Give it all! There's so many books upon books, and more words, and more splintering, and more slithering, and more defiling your brain. Whoa! Yes! It's also bashing amazing. Yes!
Although in young people, it's possible. I mean, there is.
Could it be that there's only one book? One book. No. Could not be. Could not be, because books just were books always. And no, there was never one book. Never. There was always millions and millions of books. Yes. Yes, there always was, and books and books. And you say you started chiseling your bash. You started all by bashing, and somehow, wow, look at all these books that came from bash. Wow, nonsense. Nonsense. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. Because do you have multiple lives? No, you have one life. But of course, you say you have multiple intercourse with everlasting path lines of life and past and future. And wow, it's just a bliss. You rise with baby Buddha fatness. And wow, you just pump and pump. That's why he's fat, because he's getting pumped. He's getting blasted and swollen like a hot dog. Yes, 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 yes. Wow. No, it's no. It's no for you, because that's what you believe, and that's why I say it. Yes.
It's a medical condition that's recognized. It's called actually broken heart syndrome.
Broken heart syndrome. She could not wait. Could not wait. Could not wait. It's just like another, ADD, ASL, A, B, out, in all languages. Look, she has them all on her. This one shelf has it all. She has all the words that will just bash. It could not possibly be that it all has to do with falling and believing that you are separate from life everlasting in your own path to create some bash. Wow. Wow. No, it could not be. It could not be. Wow.
In which even a young or healthy, previously healthy person can actually develop severe dysfunction of the heart.
Severe dysfunction in the heart by breaking up with your boyfriend relentless times. Whoa, who knew? It could not be that you're constantly seeking void love of the world. Whoa, no, could not be. Could not be. No. That's why I've just got to go to the gym and pump and pulled up endurance and just smash my heart and smash. Just so I can pump and be like Buddha, swollen. Yes, swollen with all concepts of me, but all my thinking, I'm patting myself left and right because I can bat thoughts away. Wow, amazing. What fool thinks, period, exactly. What fool thinks? The minute you just give up to believing that you're your thoughts, or even the guy writing the thoughts and the observer and all this magic multiplexes. No. You are the witness. You're the witness at the street light where there was a car accident, and then somebody comes and asks you what happened. You're there to tell us, and you tell the truth. False testimony is what? Corruption. That's harm. Whoa. Yet there is false testimony about what actually really is. Whoa. Who would have thought? And that's why you need all these blasted amounts of books that you say always existed, and bash. Because man's wisdom slowly just usurped its way from the water, crawled like a worm, and blasted its way all the way to write all these books. Wow, what a shame. What a shame. It could not be that life was always. There was no time. Whoa, no bash. Whoa. But the minute what? Exactly. 60 of what? 66 of 666, and all sixes of ways, and 7 of all ways, and wow, you have a 9 and Mary Potter this and that. Wow. What is it? What is all that? Wow.
Secondary to a severe stressor.
Severe stressor. You're all going to die of heart attacks if you keep relentlessly breaking up with them. Is that the fear this person is trying to tell you? I don't know. Who knows? But, of course, it's bash.
If two people are married for a long time and then one of the two...
Who knew that if you're married for a long time and then all of a sudden realize it was a sham? Wow. Who knew? Or that you were a sham, and all of a sudden you repent and you say, what am I doing? What have I done? But no, never repent, guys. Just keep this ship going and just somehow just bash some more. Yes. Never stop, just do it. Never stop, just do it. Always, and just different times, and diversify, and just keep relentlessly just expanding your brain into mash and throw it against walls and pick it up and just sit on it, put it on your head and then put it out. your teeth and smash it, masticate it. Yes, chew it all little pieces and then eat it back again because it's gonna nutrient you to all the photons and all the light. Wow, wow, wow. Bash, bash. What bash?
In the couple dies, and often it has been found that the other person in the couple, like the
Who knew there's such a thing as a holy bond? Wow, no. Who knew that there are people that actually walk with God on the earth? Whoa, no. Instead, you go for some guru that just lives in some commune here and there and go all sorts of places in the world trying to enlighten the blasting light through your light of what? Well, what relentlessly allows you to even do that? Hmm? What relentlessly just is while you're so bashed and confused? What is that? But in your mind, it's just bash, 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 that then suddenly decided, nope, I'll just stop bashing and be perfect everywhere. Whoa. I say it because this person believes it. Exactly. Yes.
the husband or the wife is more likely to die also within a year or
Stop in the sense of, wow, it's just bash, smashing, bash, 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 bash. And then all of a sudden it's just bottlenecks and somehow everything around you is just perfect. You can go for a swim. You can see the animals. You can pump your breath in and out and in and out. You can go to the gym. You can get smash and dash. You can go and build up your endurance. Smash marathons. Yes, do anything. Anything you want. But no. Wow. How did that happen? How did bash and bashes come from a bash of a big blow-up explosion of some sort of thing that just somehow had all the things that I believe in already? Wow. All the things that are in these bash books somewhere were already there. Just there. Wow. And just, it was just all there so we could just carve it out and find little bumps and little tiny things. And wow, you just made up a whole fantasy. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew you could bury stuff in your ground and just wait till dirt cover it over in a tree or something and then dig it up and say, whoa, what is this? What is this? Exactly. Fraud. Archaeology is filled with it. Wow, who knew? Who knew? And of course you'll see what I mean, but of course you'll just go and believe the other light, not the truth. See beyond the farce. Don't believe in just some other truth that somebody says, wow, look, we found actually we're a lot older than we actually think. Whoa! Or, wow, this proves that there was some sort of lost civilization, this and that, but, wow, I thought you had it right. So what? All of a sudden, all this bash means nothing. Wow, could it be that somehow it has all been planned? No. Because, of course, this person is just like, oh, it's just smash, smash, smash. A little heartache here, a little heartache there. But, of course, you just have to be careful. And, just be aware of your health. Just be aware of how your body is relentlessly giving you what? The opportunity to what? See the truth. But no, you're just going to sit there and just think about how your heart is being all stressed out and getting high blood pressure and just, whoa, you're doing it to yourself. Whoa. Who knew? Who knew? Because exactly, you are pumped and dashed in bit by the swarm that just says, fear. Fear your death. Always. Yes. Fear your death. Fear it. Fear it. Create bucket list. Write in a diary. Just say all the things you feel. Because then you become attached to the identity of the light. Yes. 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 Me, me, me. I am God. I am God. Yes. You want to believe you're God. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. And the sad part for any child that has a parent that just defiles them ritually and relentlessly. Whoa. That is a sad thing. Because anything that is this type of thing to have children who, what a shame. But there's always what? The truth. That's right. Turn from the lie, return to the truth. You will have refuge in truth. Wow.
6 months. That is related to this discussion and to the possibility that
But of course, it's all about behavior, right? Because the behavior of smashing and dashing and getting a boyfriend and a girlfriend, wow, 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 it feels so bashing. Yes, yes, yes. And then they break up. So, of course, it shows you. Of course, your heart will just twist. Wow. And perhaps all the bashing was the actual result of the consumption of the flesh, meaning weakening it. Yes, anything that just keeps on believing it's separate from the Father is what? A weak person. Why? Because they're open to the swarm relentlessly. Wow, just without perfection, just raw dog here, raw dog there. Whoa, who would have thought? Whoa. No, just defilement constantly. Defilement constantly. But you see, you think it's light, and you think you're showing yourself as light to the swarm. Wow. What a shame. What a shame.
bereavement or sadness due to the death and the loss.
Yes, who would have thought that the flesh perishes, dust to dust, ashes to ashes. And of course, you're just going to bash to say you should be sad and have 12 steps of some sort of bash emotion or hierarchy plan to just bash when somebody dies. What are you talking about? The only reason you go through that bash is because you're programmed with the bash to even respond to it that way. Why do you think they have all these programs? Wow, amazing. Wow, it could not be that you were programmed to love false love. And therefore, when it's gone, meaning the person that depended on giving you that love now is gone, and now you're crushed. Because now no matter how much you pump and pump and pump and pump, it's never going to be there for you. Wow. What a shame. Return to the Father. Yes. He is everlasting love and life and truth. Yes. Amen. Forever and ever. Hallelujah. Yes. But no, this person is blinded by the Harry Potter wordsmithing of slithery silver tongues that just come and defile. Yes, of course, because it's shinier and she can get jobs and create bash, 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 and more people just bashing, bashing, bashing. And guess what? It's not even what? Real love. Wow. Meaning
Actually,
it is not the love that fulfills the purpose. Because the purpose is the flesh, and recognizing the love of the Father fulfills the flesh, fulfills the purpose. Whoa, whoa. And a man who doesn't forgive has nothing. A man who doesn't have love is nothing. Whoa, a man without truth is nothing. Who knew? Wow, who knew? Who knew?
puts the person at high risk to have a heart attack or die.
It's the love of the Father that giveth everlasting life. And love is relentless. That is the amazing nature of the Father. Yes, He guideth, He showeth, and He loveth fully. Fully. Wow, what a concept. But no, it could not be. It's just smash, mash, bash, bash, all the way to the 33rd degree power of nothing. Exactly. Just divide you into splinters of splinter. Wow. Who knew that having a Father that loved you and showed you truth and guided you along the path of life is the most amazing thing ever? Wow, who knew? But no, you just have all sorts of bash. Children are just something that you can trade and collect and just go and just spread it. add and subtract, and who cares, because they're so cute and they look like me, and oh. Bash, bash. Because what are you doing? You're just defiling them relentlessly. Wow, relentlessly. Wow. So you must forgive, the Father says. Forgive as I am forgiven. Wow, what a concept. Wow. Forgive as I forgive. Wow, be as the Father. Wow. What a concept, right? It could not be that just a child that is just filled with love, filled with righteousness, truth, and guided would exactly do as that, and not try God and make out his own image. Maybe he's went out and make up his own image because his father defiled him. Wow. Could that be? Yes, but that means your father, your earthly father, was, guess what? Worshipping the swarm. Yes, of course. How can you have an abusive father of all kinds, meaning all sorts of bash, meaning he didn't love you, he didn't show you truth, and he certainly didn't what? Protect you. Meaning, under his truth, you had the whole shield against the swarm. But if not, if he was a weak man, meaning, yes, open to the swarm and just relentlessly defiled, then, of course, he could not love you because he loved the world. And so, that is the actual procedure and not a fractal. Well, fractal, wow, it's just life, everlasting. And this is in the flesh. But of course, what does the flesh do? It perishes. So guess what? You will perish. And of course, that's what your parents did and their parents before them. What? What a concept. But guess what? If you're a daughter or son of God, guess what? You have. And always will. Forever and ever, because there's no time. Okay? You will and have eternal life if you are a son. Meaning, if you behave like the Father, with all the signs of truth to show you, meaning the wisdom of his behavior. The wisdom! The wisdom! Wow, no, it could not be. What a concept. Wow.
It's a popular belief.
Wow, that was freaky. Wow.
Puts the person at high risk to have a heart attack or die.
Die! Die!
It's a popular belief that the heart is the center of the emotions and
And she's shaking her head no. It's commonly believed that the heart is the center of all emotions, as she shakes her head no. What is she saying?
can actually break if a person is.
Who actually believes that? That it's actually the little cartoon that just has a lightning bolt right through it. Wow. Who would have thought that the light, what? Exactly, is smashing your heart. Not holding it within its hand and caressing and just pumping it and giving it life relentlessly. That could not be that the Father actually, that's what it is. Meaning, wow, there is a notion of a everlasting river of life or the tree of life. Wow, whatever. But the thing you don't see is somehow you're trying to say that, oh, sometimes we only see people believe, it's a common belief that the heart gets broken when you just defile, but
Really, affected by some severe stressor. There is some truth to that.
oh, but there's some truth to that. So, okay, let's go into it.
But I would say that in
But I would say, not all these bash books. No, her. Okay, she would say. Then it's her opinion, right, or something, according to her academia ethics of bash. What are you saying then?
most cases, that doesn't happen, right?
In most cases, your heart just doesn't split in two. In most cases. And some, wow, maybe.
Especially if somebody is a young person who doesn't have pre-existing heart disease.
Oh, and then it's going to end there. How sad. How pre-existing heart disease. Pre-existing, right? Meaning, wow, everyone, bad DNA, A, DNA, some spirals just bashing you and creating you. Wow, who knew it was a spiral that bashed you? Wow, it could not possibly be that it's all a lie. It's all a deception. By what? The light. The light that you're just smashing relentlessly to try and figure out what it is. Wow, it could not possibly be that. No. Wow. Wow, no. Instead, this person just says, sometimes people die, and yes, there's truth to it being somehow associated to you know, believing in false love. Oh, but no, you didn't say that. Believing and seeking and making all these attachments to what you guessed it, the counterfeit. Who knew that the counterfeit would devastate? Who knew the counterfeit devastates? No. Well, this was this video, The Science of Broken Heart. But I typed in, what is heartbreak? To a simple search. And who gives a damn if you think, oh, these are just the algorithm returns. This is all the same bash. So, look at all these. How to fix a broken heart. The Science of Heartbreak. Wow. This is what happens when your body. Let's just look to this one because we just saw another, The Science of Heartbreak. Let's see this and see if science is science. What are they talking about? Look, relentlessly. Look. The lightning through the heart. Wow.
From literature to plays and movies throughout the world, humanity's fascination with love is just as strong as our obsession with heartbreak. But is a broken heart simply an abstract concept, or are there real physical effects on the body and the brain? Whenever you endure physical pain, such as a cut or injury, the anterior cingulate cortex is stimulated. Surprisingly,
wow, of course, because who knew they've the minute man went into himself to try and find the answers to life, that was a crucial moment. I can see by think about it. If we supposedly never knew the truth, right, because you're just a smashed ape, and now you have the somehow, more synapses. Somehow you associate time and relentless bashing with somehow augmentation and diminishing just perfectly, right? Because how can you just go up and down and up and down, up down, up down, up, and all the ways possible, and then still just it all ends up so amazing? Wow. So what are they saying? All these names. Of course, they've experimented and cut and diced and sliced and liquefied and just cross-section and just probed and deliquefied and just turned into mash. So, of course, you're like, well, if you've been turning, the body into mash, I believe him. And there's all these books about just mashing the body. So, wow. I should just amazing. What a shame.
it's the same region of the brain that's activated when you feel excluded or experience the loss of a social relationship.
And of course, for example, people are going to say, oh, what about surgery? Or what about medicine and all the sufferings of the world? Exactly. Sufferings of the world. Why? Because of the swarm.
Perhaps
Physical pain, emotional pain. Oh, always the blue and, you guessed it, red. Always. Because why? It forms purple, and that's what they worship. Purple! Oh yes, it's so amazing. Ah! Purple. What a shame. It's also the highest color of the chakra. Wow, who would have thought? Wow. But when you look at a rainbow, wow, where's the purple? It's on the bottom. It's on the what? Inside. If it's a circle, then the purple is inside and the red is outside. Oh, what is that saying? What is that? What is it? The purple awfully looks like black. It looks like the abyss. Red looks like blood. Yes, a lot of blood. But what is that really? Could it be the blood of the lamb? No, it couldn't. Go to the abyss, to the purple crushing. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. It's also the most high frequency wavelength, apparently. And red is the most low frequency wavelength. High frequency, low frequency. High, low, high, low, high, low, low, low. What is this? What are they saying? What are they saying? Wow. Sine graphs, sin graphs, all graphs to show the obvious. Yes, you're fallen, you're bashed, and you believe bash. Wow. Could not be. No, could not be.
Physical pain and emotional pain aren't as different as we once thought.
Feels the same. Look at this cloud just saying. Feels the same. Physical pain, emotional pain, feel the same. Wow. What person actually believes this? That emotional pain and physical pain are the same. Wow. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame.
Think about the ways in which we describe lost love. He ripped my heart out.
He ripped my heart out. Could it be just the revelation of deceit? Of even if you're the deceiver, of course, then you're going to relentlessly just devastate someone else. Wow. Who knew? Who knew that that's the result of the swarm? Yes, further devastation. Wow. It could not be that you're here, right? In the flesh, right? And the heart pumpeth blood. Pumpeth blood. Your blood? No. Of course you'll say it's your blood. Yes, my blood. That comes from where? My parents. Parents? I thought it was just a sperm and an egg. Oh yeah, well just smash, divide here and there, split. And all of a sudden, yes, it's you. Wow, amazing. So it's amazing. It truly is. But what is it? Of course, you're going to believe the diagram and the smashing hand that just devoureth. Wow.
A slap in the face. I'm emotionally scarred.
Because these are the ways people are taught to express the lie. Because if they actually were to express the truth, they would overcome. Whoa. Who knew? Of course it has to be Harry Potter because he's bashed with the lightning, just relentlessly being defiled by Satan. Yes, because he could do all sorts of things with light. Wow, who knew? And he could just boast and blast and blast and blast and blast and blast. Wow.
This use of physical description paints a clear
Exactly. Harry Potter is emotionally scarred. Why? Because he detached from the Father fully. Emotionally scarred, like barren, like a trolled ocean that's turned to a desert. Whoa.
relationship, at least in language, between emotional and physical pain.
Wow. Age is important.
Description paints a clear relationship, at least in language, between emotional and physical pain. In fact, studies have shown that human beings would rather be physically hurt than feel social exclusion.
Who would have thought? And that's the reason they go out and bash the flesh even more relentlessly than before. So they don't have to deal with what? The spiritual battle. Who knew? But of course, then this person is deceived to think the spiritual battle is just sitting and bashing themselves, pumping themselves relentlessly. Oh, it's so enthralling. It's so filled with colors, and it's all you can plan. You can even make a date with Satan and plan your bashing. Wow. And you can schedule it every day at every hour of whatever you want and whatever is more convenient and smash. Right? What a shame. What a shame.
But why would these two different experiences elicit the same
Because you received the love, the false love of the world. Wow, who knew? I'm still loved because the people cheer and adore and give me money, and wow, they invite me to places. Wow. What a shame. Leading children to the slaughter. What a shame. Turn to God. Yes. Return to the Father. Abandon Satan and all his swarm and legion. It's many. It's multiple. It's multiple. Wow. Who knew? Wow. It's shattering. It is. But you love the shatter because you then think you're loved. Wow. Who knew? Wow.
feeling in our bodies? It's clear that our bodies use physical pain to prevent the risk of imminent
Ooh, ouch. Ooh, 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 ooh. But no. You do it again.
danger. But from an evolutionary perspective,
Again, he couldn't wait because, of course, the video is called The Science, and it couldn't matter because people see that word and say, well, yep, this video's right. Yep, of course it is.
anything that increases our overall survival and fitness as a species is likely to persist.
It's likely. He didn't say persist. He just says is likely to persist. Wow.
The rise of relationships and social bonds between lovers and friends alike became an important part
Lovers and friends. Because we're all just bashing up. Look, they were apparently then they were just bash. Wow, nothing has changed. Wow. You just wear clothes that cost a lot of coins that you gotta go and bash for. Wow.
of survival for many species. You look out for me and I'll look out for you.
What is this? You look out for me and I'll look out for you. Of course, that would be the belief of somebody that thinks they're desolate here, abandoned, and just bashed. Sad. People believe in survivalism and they are so proud of it. I'm a survivor, yeah. Wow, amazing. Fooled, deceived, tremendously, tormented relentlessly. Wow, who knew?
And just like your desire to not be burned by hot coffee again, animals
Your desire not to be burned, right? Wow, no, you want to be burned. You want to be lit ablaze and rise like the phoenix. Even though you believe this person never even know what the phoenix was. Wow. What a shame.
desire not to be socially alone.
Wow. What a shame.
The pain from both instances increases our chance of survival by avoiding less desirable outcomes. You're more likely
Could it be that, no, the Father made man and woman to create holy union and create, you guessed it, a lifeline. The continuance of a lifeline. The continuance of the lifeline. The continuance of the lifeline. Meaning the ability to witness the truth. Wow, who knew? Who knew? But no, the truth is relative and just bashed because this could be cold. Just because it says hot. All this bash thing and philosophical worms just coming in and out and always just going against. You're always going against the grain because you love the friction. And the friction that feels the most good, that's the one you'll ride, and then who gives a damn who gets in your way? You're just gonna ride the car carousel, the friction carousel. Wow, you love it so much because it's so hot. And you're so hot, right? You're so amazing and just a blazing fire. Wow. Who would have thought you had life? Who would have thought that you are life and not a blazing fire? What is a blazing fire? Consumption. Devastation. The phoenix. The lake of fire. The second death. What else do you want? Because they sure don't want life. Amazing.
to survive and
And they certainly don't receive the love of the Father, which is why they hate themselves. They hate themselves for doing that, but they'll go and find love in themselves because they start loving themselves, because they say, no one will love you other than myself. So I must love myself just blessed the infinite amount of times. And then, yes, you guessed it, then I can love another. Meaning, and then I can love the world. Wow. Could that be that? Could it be that perhaps that is the worm that was always there, just passing? And of course, it further deceived it, because now when you believe that, it's all just a matter of time until you start feeling all these happy thoughts. Yes, yes. Wow. Happy thoughts of what? Control. Sense of control. That's it. That's it.
Produce if you're not alone. This can be seen in studies of primates who, when separated from loved ones, experience an increase in the hormone cortisol and a decrease in the
Oh, again, cortisol, norepinephrine. Wow. And some bash creature with big eyes. Wow.
hormone norepinephrine.
Actually, it's a ape, monkey, rabbit, squirrel, basically a human. Yes, because that's what you believe. That's why I say it.
Causing a major stress response. Ultimately, this contributes
Because they could not have possibly drawn actual, something that looks like a child or a human. No, they had to draw an animal that's just crying, just whimpering. Because of course you just love animals so much that you see yourself as one. Yes, you actually believe you came from this. Wow, amazing. Which is why you love Disney movies and you love all things that just defile. Wow, it could not be that. Wow, a creature of the earth. It's just another focus of the truth, another attention to the truth. Wow, who knew? But their behavior is what? You guys said defiled past. Because the world is under the attack of the swarm. Because the world, guess what? Earth was created for man. But the world, guess what? Is what man has created for himself. Wow. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? Wow.
contributes to the depression, anxiety, and loud crying documented. For
Who gives a bash about this? Cortisol, it could be named STDs and whatever. Depression and anxiety. Same thing. Same thing. Wow. Who cares? It could be any swarm bash here. And of course it would all leads to depression and anxiety. Wow, who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
For humans, a breakup, loss of a loved one, or isolation can trigger a similar reaction.
Yes. Satan cometh in, divided the heart, and separate you from the life everlasting. Yes. That's what it is. It's exact. Look. And of course you put it above what? The perception hub, according to your science, the perception hub to what? See. And see what? The truth. No, but you see this instead and you're, wow, yeah, yes, I believe it. Yes, take me to your home. Take me home. You just want to go and get savagely defiled by this, by all of this. Wow, amazing.
Creating the perception of physical pain. So, how can we alleviate this pain? After all, band-aids or creams are meant for physical wounds. Studies have shown that high levels of social support are related to low.
Oh, he couldn't wait. Of course, any solution to some bash think of what you think heartache is going to be, you guessed it, a band-aid solution to return instead of returning to the Father. It's just some treatment. It's not even a cure because medicine does not offer cures. No, it offers just extensions. Extensions in the false promise. That's what they offer. Extensions. relentlessly. They grant relentless extensions to what? More suffering and bashing. Because what? No, no, no. Cure, no. No, 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 no. Man isn't perfect. I mean, come on. Give us a break. We're trying so hard to find cures left and right, but what? We're just, mash. So what put all this, what? If we're all mashed, then why do you believe you're God? Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. That you have the right and somehow the who gives a damn, but you can dish out love and just restrain it for yourself, close it off, and whoa, you're an extrovert, you're an introvert, bash, just bash. All the result of, you guessed it, trauma. Pain being relentlessly inserted into what? Your flesh so that you can, what? Be defiled, yes, spiritually. Because you can just defile the flesh as much as you want, but guess what? If you see the truth, they can do whatever they want to your flesh and it won't matter! Because you guessed it, the flesh is dust. Whoa! Who knew? Who knew?
Lower levels of pain, whereas
Yet it's a constant lifeline to the Father. Wow, who knew? Who knew?
socially alienated individuals show poor adjustment. So if you're feeling brokenhearted, surround yourself with friends and family, as difficult as it may seem. And if
So surround yourself by the swarm. Yes, go and be surrounded by the swarm. Yes.
someone you know is suffering emotionally, be there for social support, because scientifically,
What makes you think that you will be able to nourish anything back to life? Wow. What a shame. Of course, the circle of just this is the human centipede. The iPad of the future that's just gonna go and defeat all black holes with what? You guessed it, light everlasting. Not life everlasting, light everlasting, because yes, it's the blue pillar that is what we're worshiping. Wow. Wow.
as humans, we all just want to
And of course, they could not wait. The sun with a happy face. Wow. Yes. We're going to blast through the sun and just sing and chant and all the way to some sister galaxy of motherhood of this and some family bash of bash galactic what? Family? False promise, false hope. Exactly. I say it because that's what you believe, even though you will say you don't. But of course, you stumble, and you just relentlessly will just try everything to just wordsmith and even what? You guessed it, lash out in a fury of the phoenix. Who knew? Who knew that that's what happens when the truth actually smashes this circle in half and tells you, what are you doing? It's just constantly there. It's constantly there, relentlessly just there. But you're just oblivious. You're just totally in a stupor. And you don't have to be an alcoholic or a drug addict to be in a stupor. You're in a stupor of your soul, of your self-involvement and your self-worth and your self-betterment and your self. But of course, you think you're selfless. Wow, what a shame. You truly are selfless, meaning lifeless. Wow, what a concept. But no. It could not be that the sufferings of the world had to come to this. Must come to this. Must. Why? So that the truth can no longer be defiled in front of it. So that even though the truth is there, the flesh can no longer be defiled. Why? Because you can't turn away from it any longer. It's just there, and that's the only thing. Wow, who knew? Who knew that it must come to that? That the only thing that matters is the truth. Yes. Nothing else. Nothing. Wow. Who knew? And who knew that the Father was the truth, the way, and the life? And the love is just pouring relentlessly, always. Wow. 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 Could not be. Could not be. Instead, love is this. Love is this. Just people chanting and chanting and pumping and pumping and huffing and puffing and humping and pumping and just smashing and dashing left, right, and center. But no. Wow. What a shame.
Fit in somewhere. This episode of ASAP Science is supported by Audible.com, the leading provider of audiobooks with over 150,000 downloadable titles across all types of literature. If you'd
Good for you.
like to learn more about the brain, I recommend the book
Thinking fast and slow with a swervel. Wow. Thinking fast and slow. Fast and slow, fast and slow, fast, slow, deep, deep, shallow, shallow, just in and out relentlessly. Right? Exactly. Bash. Subscribe. Because Earth is a sea. You never knew Earth was a sea of everlasting life. But the world is actually the image of what? The world provides the image of Satan. Because you're in the image of God, of the Father. Meaning the life everlasting, which of course is the lifeline that every single living person constantly have, but they reject.
Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. You can download this audiobook or another of your choice for free at audible.com/ASAP. Special thanks to Audible for making these videos possible.
Oh, what? Just bash. Wow.
Our perception of the world around us is strongly
And that's, I was gonna go and check out this, but let's end it with this. How to fix. Because the other ones are just talking about what it is, but let's see how to fix a broken heart.
At some point in our lives,
Of course, just so amazing. Just so amazing. This is, of course, you don't think that this is just an it's a franchise, of course, because it works. And of course, it was put into place by the swarm, meaning swarm, 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 swarm. The swarm is legion, yes.
almost every one of us will have her heart broken. My patient Kathy planned her wedding when she was in middle school.
Wow, who would have thought?
She would meet her future husband by age 27, get engaged a year later, and get married a year after that.
Wow. That could not possibly be, just a wonderful thing. Why would it be such a horrible thing? But even if that were to be, expected from life, as because this is apparently what this person is, that everything is just so peaceful, relentlessly, and that this person, there was no reason why this person having this, vision or this revealing when they were young, to not, it would be unreasonable to not have that be expected result. But here's where you go wrong, because of course it's wrong, and it's totally wrong to expect that, because you expect that from the time that person had that vision to the time they are that age, nothing has happened, apparently. No. Of course, there's relentless behavior that you do at every given pump of a breath, but no, you won't acknowledge that. So what actually are you saying? What are you saying?
Kathy turned 27. She didn't find a husband. She found a lump in her breast.
Oh, of course. It's always about emotional, stories. Of course. Meaning just bash to get you bashed.
She went through many months of harsh chemotherapy and painful surgeries, and then just as she
Oh, because what did we learn in that other video? People mistake physical pain with what? Emotional pain. Wow. What is this?
was ready to jump back into the dating world, she found a lump in her other breast.
So just devastation after devastation. Wow. Who would have thought that believing the bash and bashing and bash results to more bash? Wow.
And had to do it all over again.
And that is truly, wow, it is. It's unforgivable. But of course, people just think they're just living their, peaceful, just respect and live in peace. Respect and live in peace. Right, because you're not relentlessly bashed. No, it couldn't be that. Wow.
Kathy recovered, though, and she was eager to resume her search for a husband as soon as her eyebrows grew back in.
Oh, of course, he can't wait to just devastate you at every second he can within his 12 minutes. Wow.
When you're going on first dates in New York City, you need to be able to express a wide range of emotions.
Oh, yes, because you have to be a split personality to even keep someone interested, right? Because you have to go and bash and always try to make them feel you and have them feel you. And oh, it's all so equitable and equal. And wow, bash.
Soon afterwards, she met Rich and fell in love. The relationship...
She met Rich. Oh, this is all... who wrote this? Who wrote this? Is this actually a real person you're talking about? I wouldn't be surprised. But even so, the person is named Rich. Rich of what? Rich in truth? Of course not. Rich with false promise, perhaps.
It was everything she hoped it would be. 6 months later, after a lovely weekend...
Oh, guys, we've been bashed emotionally, and we can anticipate more emotional dismay. So, what does our emotion say? Yes, she's gonna get bashed. Oh, of course. Let's see if it actually fulfills.
In New England, Rich made reservations at their favorite romantic restaurant. Kathy knew he was going to propose, and she could barely contain her excitement. But Rich did not propose.
Of course. Not only this person is a, well-respected, person in the community, apparently, because he got invited to TED or whatever, but who even gives a damn, right? Who is this? Some guy. It could be anybody. And obviously, it's not the first time he's gone up there because he's just crushing it. He's just dominating, just smashing.
Proposed to Kathy that night. He broke up with her.
Oh!
As deeply as he cared for Kathy, and he did, he simply wasn't in love.
He wasn't feeling the false love anymore. Wow, who would have thought?
Kathy was shattered.
Wow! You don't say. Wow! You're just saying the obvious.
Truly broken, and she now faced yet another recovery.
Recovery? Could it be that she was bashed the whole time? What are you saying? You could not tell her, turn away from your ways. No, you could not say that because she would just be offended and say, how dare you say that to me? I just went through all this bash, victim to the 33rd power. And of course, you must say, oh, I'm so sorry. Why would I ever say that to you? Why would I ever tell you the truth? Instead, I'll just bash you some more until you feel better and blast yourself and pump and pump and hop and pump until you all feel yourself good. And guess what? You get bashed again and fall. Wow. No, it could not possibly be that. No.
But 5 months after the breakup, Kathy still couldn't stop thinking about Rich. Her heart was still very much broken.
Could all this confusion be based because they have no bearing on the truth? Meaning the only way, not the multiplexes of ways. The only way. The question is,
Why?
Oh, of course. And this is where he trapped you and just defiled you. Because now you're just split and you're saying to yourself, well, why? Well, that's why I'm here. You're going to tell me. So get on with it.
Why was this incredibly strong and determined woman unable to marshal the same
Because that's all that life is. As long as you're strong and determined, that's all life is, right? It couldn't be that you're supposed to endure and have certainty. Endurance and certainty. Truth and the life. The way. Wow, no. It could not be.
emotional resources that got her through 4 years of cancer treatments? Why do so many of us flounder when we're trying to recover from heartbreak? Why do the same coping mechanisms that get us through all kinds of life challenges fail us so miserably when our heart gets broken?
What are they? Could it be because all these tools and bash are worthless? Yes, it is worthless. Meaning all these tools are just tools to keep you bashing more. But the minute you actually have some sort of revealing of life, meaning, yes, man and woman were created to what? Exactly. So the minute you experience a little bit of that and all of a sudden it's gone, wow. Who knew?
In over 20 years of private practice, I've seen people of every age and background face every manner of heartbreak. And what I've learned is this: when your heart is broken, the same instincts you ordinarily rely on will time and again lead you down the wrong path.
Because it's your fault. Because you haven't mastered your emotions, right? Wow. What a liar. What a shame.
You simply cannot trust what your mind is telling you.
Isn't it your heart? What are you saying? What are you saying? Apparently to you, your brain is just the sensory hub. So, what are you saying? Are you saying you fall in love in your head and your heart and your mash cell and your elbow? What are you saying? What are you saying?
For example, we know from studies of heartbroken people that having a clear understanding of why the relationship ended is really important for our ability to move on. Yet, time and again, when we are offered a simple and honest explanation,
Exactly, because people are never told the truth. So, of course, there's only bash out there. Anybody who's ever had heartbreak knows that their elusive definition or idea of love just gets completely demolished. Which goes into questions of self-worth, goes into self-respect, all these things that are just confusion. Of course, it's the swarm. Because you're just swimming there trying to float, and then once you're, oh, whoa, it's just a whole mess. A whole mess. A mess, a confusion, a whirlwind of spirals upon spirals of, you guessed it, the same mash. The snake relentlessly eating itself and somehow shedding its skin and relentlessly giving itself life. Pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and slithering and eating and killing. Wow, who knew?
like the one Rich offered Kathy, we rejected. Heartbreak creates such dramatic emotional pain, our mind tells us the cause must be equally dramatic.
Wow. Wow. The cause. The cause. What is the cause? Is it a situation in your life was going and getting into a car and then, getting smashed? Where's the cause in that? Did it start when you got in the car? Where did it start? Did it start when you took the wrong turn? Did it start when you got distracted? Did it start? When did it start? Exactly. So, the cause meaning the Father. But he won't tell you this.
And that gut instinct is so powerful, it can make even the most
Right, because the gut is the cause. Wow, what a liar.
Reasonable and measured of us come up with mysteries and conspiracy theories.
Oh, he could not wait. You know, he just says, then we come up with all these lies. It could not be that it was lies that you took in, and then you can only then, you guessed it, live lies. Wow. Meaning you're not living life, you're living the image of your own life. Wow. Wow. Who knew? Meaning all your identifications and preferences and, realizations from blasting into oblivion and coming back and somehow thinking you have more control of your life. Wow. Amazing.
Where none exist. Kathy became convinced something must have happened during her romantic getaway with Rich that soured him on the relationship.
Soured him. It couldn't be that he was defiled and could not help himself but defile. And file and defile and file and stack and pass.
And she became obsessed with figuring out what that was. And so she spent countless hours going through
Countless hours, perhaps months and years.
every minute of that weekend in her mind,
Oh, yeah, just that weekend.
searching her memory for clues that were not there. Kathy's
Wow. Clues that were not
mind
there.
tricked her into initiating this wild goose chase, but what compelled her to commit to it for so many months?
The false promise of hope. False promise. Yes.
Heartbreak is far more insidious than we realize.
Wow. He could not wait. It is insidious. It's unforgivable that it's just something that your bash think has come to interpret as, yeah, everybody must go through that trauma in order to become successful. Wow, what a shame.
There is a reason we keep going down one rabbit hole after another, even when we know it's going to make us feel worse.
Why could that possibly be? Could it be possibly because we were bashed into being that way, into thinking that, and to experiencing that from a very young age? No, couldn't be. Couldn't be that you were forced to behave in a certain way that just bashed you. No, could not be. Could not be. Could not be. Wow. Because, of course, there are many things that will come and say they are truth. Wow. And of course, you will be deceived if you are not humbled. Meaning, if you have completely surrendered your will to the Father's will. It shall be done. It is only the Father's will that exists because it is the love. Love gives relentlessly. That is the Father's will. Wow. But no. Apparently, the world is just a devastating devourment of just who knows when we will get blasted by an asteroid. And that's why we have to go build some more killing machines to just smash. Wow, what a shame.
Brain studies have shown that the withdrawal of romantic love activates the same mechanisms in our brain that get activated when addicts are withdrawing.
Of course, he couldn't wait to bring in drugs. So love is just smashing of chemicals. Wow, this person, wow, his third eye couldn't help it.
From substances like cocaine or opioids.
Ah, yes. And look at that mouth. He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Kathy was going through withdrawal. And since she could not have the heroin of actually being with Rick,
Oh, from cocaine and opiates? No, it's heroin. All you people who are in love are on heroin. Well, that is actually true. Because it's the false love of the world, of man in his own image, of just being able to go out there and love as many things and people as possible and have them love you back. And wow, that's all it is. Yes. Wow, what a shame. What a shame.
Rich, her unconscious mind shows the methadone of her memories with him. Her instincts told her she was trying to solve a mystery, but what she was actually doing was getting her fix.
Wow. Who knew that that is the path to success? Who knew that, wow, you just have to do whatever it takes, even bashing and being bashed, right? Because that's what you believe. That's why I say it.
This is what makes heartbreak so difficult to heal.
So difficult.
Addicts
Wow.
know they're
Addicts, no. Wow.
addicted. They know when they're shooting up.
Wow. You're just saying the obvious. Wow. Of course they know because they're doing it. Wow. Wow. Who knew?
But heartbroken people do not.
Oh, they don't. So they're just bashed. They're even worse than the addict. Wow. Is that what you just said? Wow. What are you saying?
But you do now.
But
And
you
if
do
your
now
heart
because before you were just bashed, but now I've corrected you.
is broken, you cannot ignore that.
You cannot. You cannot.
You have to recognize that as compelling as the urge is, with every trip down memory lane, every text you send, every second you spend stalking your ex on social media, you are just
Because he knows that's exactly what happens. How could he possibly know? Oh, you'll say, well, he has just all bash data. Well, where does that bash data come from? Other bash. And who knew that bash made more bash? Wow.
feeding your addiction, deepening your emotional pain, and complicating your recovery.
Because for them, and of course, for the swarm, it's all about just probing, just probing and just getting samples, just testing, checking the temperature. They're just checking the temperature every time just to see if it's working. Yes, check mark. Yes, dude. Nike. Yes.
Getting over heartbreak is not a journey. It's a fight.
It's a
And
fight,
your reason
everyone.
is your strong
Exactly. Go out there and fight the fleshly battle, guys. Go out there and fleshly devour each other. Yes. Wow. What a shame.
strongest weapon. There is no breakup explanation that's going to feel satisfying.
Wow.
No
Of course, because there is none. There is no solution to believing in a false love and relentlessly bashing yourself into thinking you can fix it. Wow. What a shame.
rationale can take away the pain you feel. So don't search for one.
Wow.
Don't wait for one. Just accept the one you were offered or make up one yourself and then put the question
Or make up one yourself. Exactly.
to rest because you need that closure to resist the addiction.
You need the closure to resist the addiction. So, guys, you just need to blast yourselves into oblivion and just say, yes, I close it. You shall not pass. Wow, what a shame.
And you need something else as well. You have to be willing to let go.
Let go of what? The swarm? Because that would be absolutely true. But what are you going to say?
To accept that it's over.
Oh, of course, that the situation is over, and that's why you have to just keep bashing.
Otherwise, your mind will feed on your hope and set you back.
Wow. Feed on your hope and set you back. All these just, ditches and barbed wire and trip mines, he's setting all kinds of traps. Wow.
Hope can be incredibly destructive when your heart is.
Oh, what isn't destructive then to you? Because according to you, everything is destruction. And perhaps, wow, could you be right? But no, of course you're going to not talk about the swarm and how you have to return to the Father. No, you're just going to say, listen, just take control of your emotions. Realize that the situation has passed. You were deceived and you deceived yourself. So what? You must love and forgive yourself, right? Wow, what a shame.
Is broken. Heartbreak is a master manipulator. The ease with which it gets our mind to do the absolute opposite of what we need in order to recover is remarkable.
Wow. So just go and forgive yourself for exposing yourself to the swarm, thinking you're just the light that eliminates the darkness. Wow.
One of the most common tendencies we have
Could it be that that's actually a fundamental truth, meaning that would only be true if you all are in total alignment with the Word of God? That's how you overcome the swarm. Not just relentlessly doing man's law. Wow, what a shame.
when a heart is broken is to idealize the person who broke it. We spend hours remembering their smile.
Who knew there was a spiritual, quote-unquote, law, or just love? The love of the Father. Who knew?
How great they made us feel. That time we hiked up the mountain and made love.
No fleshly flesh will ever give you the love of the Father. The Father in Christ, Christ in man. Okay? There is a way. There is a way.
Under the stars, all that does is make our loss feel more painful. We know that. Yet
Our loss feel more painful. Yes, guys, feel the loss. Because it's all a loss, so you just have to gain, and control, make sure you just do everything so you don't lose it. Wow. So you just have to just bash yourself enough to it so you're just like everyone else, so then no one will ever leave you because they're all you. Wow. Wow. Amazing.
Yet we still allow our mind to cycle through one greatest hit after another, like we were being held hostage by our own passive-aggressive Spotify playlist.
Wow. Being held captive by your playlist. Wow, exactly, by your own repetitive bash, meaning the swarm. Because, of course, the only wisdom is the Father's wisdom. There's no such thing as man's wisdom. Man's wisdom is just being captured by the light. That's what it means. Man's wisdom is the imprisonment. Actually, no, it's not an imprisonment. It's just the defilement, the corruption of the true life. Oh, and they laugh. Hilarious, of course.
Heartbreak will make those thoughts pop into your mind, and so to avoid idealizing, you have to balance them out by remembering their frown. Not just their smile.
Yes, remember all the bad stuff. Remember all the bad stuff too, and the good too. Because then you can just say, oh, basic goodness. Yes, basic goodness. Yes.
How bad they made you feel. The fact that after the lovemaking, you got lost coming down the mountain, argued like crazy, and didn't speak for 2 days.
Wow. Right. Because who knew a past life would actually behave like that? Wow, who knew?
What I tell my patients is to compile an exhaustive list of all the ways the person was wrong for you, all the bad qualities, all the pet peeves, and then keep it on your phone. And once you have your list, you have to use it.
Wow, exactly. Bring up the doctor and say, see, I say so. So it is this. Wow. Wow.
When I hear even a hint of idealizing or the faintest whiff of nostalgia in a session, I go, phone please.
Phone, please. Yes, get the bad boy out. Yes, get the bad boy out and just put it on the table so we can relentless stare at it and just hopefully it'll tell us what to do.
Your mind will try to tell you they were perfect, but they were not.
Wow. Wow. Perfection is the Father. Do as the Father does.
And neither was the relationship. And if you want to get over them, you have to remind yourself of that frequently.
Exactly. Brainwash yourself of all the just bash so you could just hate them in the end and just not even give a damn. And supposedly that's how you move on. Wow.
None of us is immune to heartbreak. My patients may get
But perhaps not hate them, but hate the situation or, you know, how that could have possibly happened to you. So you hate that. So then you will avoid it at all costs. But you don't realize that you have just totally signed on to further bashing. Wow.
Gail was a 56-year-old senior executive in a software company. 5 years after his wife died, he finally felt ready to start dating again. He soon met
Finally, guys, he finally waited. He got there and he did it.
Sharon and a whirlwind romance ensued. They introduced each other to their adult children after 1 month, and they moved in together after 2.
Wow. Is this the movie Step Brothers? Wow.
When middle-aged people date, they don't mess around.
They don't mess around because they know this is it. I found somebody that likes me. Oh, I have to keep them. Whoa. I don't want to experience more bashing. So the minute somebody gives you attention, you just latch on and never let go.
It's like Love Actually meets The Fast and the Furious.
What are you talking about? Midlife crisis after midlife crisis. Bash, bash, bash.
Miguel was happier than he had been in years, but the night before their first anniversary, Sharon left him.
Wow. More devastation.
She had decided to move to the West Coast to be closer to her children, and
Who knew that once she got taste of that pump and pump and pump and pump, she would just realize, hey, I'm just gonna go and bash and feel more. Yes.
she didn't want a long-distance relationship. Miguel was totally blindsided and utterly devastated.
Utterly.
He barely functioned at
Because he was suckling from that udder. He was suckling from that udder relentlessly, thinking that was true love. Wow. Wow.
work for many, many months, and he almost lost his job as a result.
Almost, because he was that punch drunk.
Another consequence of heartbreak is that feeling alone and in pain can significantly impair our intellectual functioning, especially when performing complex tasks.
Like complex tasks, like what?
Involving logic and reason.
And logic and reason, left brain, right brain, mash, Jacob's ladder, chess, go from chess to checkers. Yes, it's better. Wow, what a shame.
Reasoning, it temporarily lowers our IQ.
Lowers our IQ. Wow, who gives a damn? What does IQ mean? Just test. How you perceive and how you respond. Who? Wow, who would have thought that you would get rewarded for perceiving exactly how the world wants you to perceive? Wow, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
But it wasn't just the intensity of Miguel's grief that confused his employers. It was the duration.
The duration. Oh, yes, the duration. Oh.
Miguel was confused by this as well and really quite embarrassed by it. What's wrong with me?
Wow. The arrogance of pride. What is wrong with me? Not, what am I doing? How am I behaving? What am I seeing?
He asked me in our session, what adult spends almost a year getting over a one-year relationship? Actually, many do.
Wow.
Heartbreak shares all the hallmarks of traditional loss and grief.
Wow. Traditional loss and grief. What is traditional loss and grief? By traditional loss and grief, you probably mean, oh, somebody died, and traditionally you have a burial, and people sob and cry, and, wrath out, and just bash. And then somehow you're going to tell us the modern one, which is just bash. You're saying, oh, it's just more smashing.
Insomnia, intrusive thought.
Who knew that if somebody, quote unquote, died, people buried them and moved on? Who knew? Who knew? Because they knew what? They knew the Father and were filled with His love and knew that when a person, meaning the flesh, turns to dust, guess what? They continue, you guessed it, on with the Father. Wow. But no, instead you have to wail and weep and just traumatize everybody into saying, why? Come back, why did you leave me? Or, I hate the world because I feel so devastated. Wow. It could not be that you are void of the Father's love. Why? Because you just bash, 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 bash. No, it could not be. It could not be. Wow.
Immune system dysfunction. 40% of people experience clinically measurable depression. Heartbreak is a complex,
So just PTSD, ADD, oh, so much mental bash, bash, bash. It's devouring us. Wow, who knew that the swarm could do that? Wow. And then you call it all sorts of names and all wordsmiths of single tongues that just toss you and clean you out and just give you a new bash brain. Not give you a renewed heart by the Father. No. You want a new bash way of looking at things. Wow, yes, I want to see things the way I say and the way I have interpreted to be and the way I value and the way I have come to want to, blah, 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 bash. Bashhood, bashhood, bashhood.
psychological injury. It impacts us in a multitude of ways. For example, Sharon was both very social and very active.
And here we go. Extrovert, introvert. Wow, bash.
She had dinners at the house every week. She and Miguel went on
It couldn't all possibly be trauma by the swarm. No, it couldn't. It couldn't. It couldn't be that it's a spiritual battle. No, it couldn't. No.
camping trips with other couples.
This is the stare. This is the face of the think of. He's thinking about it. Exactly. Just stumped. Just clueless. Looking. This is a person that's searching. Just some seeker. Seeker of what? He doesn't even give a damn. As long as he's just seeking. Seek. Seeking. Seeking what? Just bashing in the abyss. Just bashing ever. Seeking. Just relentlessly.
Although Miguel was not religious, he accompanied Sharon to church every Sunday.
Although he wasn't religious, so this person was, the woman was religious, so somehow she bashed him. So there was no love in her. Meaning, who gives a damn how many churches she went to and how many songs she sang and blah, blah, blah. It's just bash. If you have, what? If you don't forgive, you're nothing. If you don't have love, meaning recognizing the love that relentlessly gives. Wow. And then what? Exactly. Doing as the Father. No. And who showed us how the Father does? His one and only begotten Son. Yes. But no, you won't say that. You won't say that. The one who was on earth, yes, is. In your perspective, Mash Brain, right? He's just relentlessly popping in and out and just dash. Wow. It's a blood everlasting, okay? The blood has been spilled, right? No, this guy will say, wow.
Where he was welcomed into the congregation. Miguel didn't just lose his girlfriend. He lost his entire
The blood was spilled so you didn't have to go and spill yours any further. Wow, who knew? But no, you just will relentlessly bleed out to the next woman that tells you she loves you. Wow, who knew? Who knew?
social life, the supportive community of Sharon's church. He lost his identity as a couple.
Or better yet, for the woman that will say I love you. When you say you love her, you of course, when you say you love her, you think you're given that love that you think you have inside, but it's all just a sense of control, of just your happy thoughts that you've been bashed to train that you can control. And the minute you have that in your life and you say, wow, yes, and then that's gone, what happens? Devastation. Wow, who knew?
Now, Miguel recognized the breakup had left this huge void in his life, but what he failed to recognize is that it left far more than just one. And that is crucial,
Oh, it left more than one void? What are you talking about?
not just because it explains why heartbreak can be so devastating, but because it tells us how to heal, to fix your broken heart.
It tells us how to heal. What does?
You have to identify
It does, apparently.
these voids in your life and
The voids in your life.
fill them. And I mean all of them.
All of
The-
them. Just fill all the spirals of voids. You just have to relentlessly go down the wormhole and just smash, smash, smash until you conquer and slay all the dragons. Wow. What mash? What mash? It couldn't be possibly that this is all a setup to just bash you. No, it couldn't.
The voids in your identity. You have to reestablish who you are and what your life is about. The voids in your social life.
Oh, exactly, because life is social. It could not be that life is, and it shows you relentlessly, day in, day out.
Missing activities, even the empty spaces of the wall where pictures used to hang.
But of course, it's all just, guys, it's life is your friends are the pictures you have on your wall. Wow.
But none of that will do any good unless you prevent the mistakes that can set you back, the unnecessary searches for explanations.
Exactly. So just bash away all the friends that don't make you feel good and go to the ones that do and bash, 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 bash. It couldn't be that just people don't have a clue. No, it couldn't. It couldn't because you say everybody has a clue. It's just that somehow, wow, they just get bashed. Somehow, wow, nobody knows. Nobody, but somehow you just get bashed. Wow.
Idealizing your ex instead of focusing on how they were wrong for you. Indulging thoughts and behaviors that still give them a starring role in this.
Right. Wow. All manipulation. This is all mind bash manipulation. All designed to what exactly? Keep you from the truth. And keep you from the way which relentlessly beats the living life everlasting out of you, which who would have thought would just twist your heart? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But no, apparently now the heart is just this electromagnetic blasting of blast, blast, blast. Let's all connect each other and power the grid. Let's all hold hands and power the grid because there's so much power in your heart. Bigger than your match brain, apparently. Wow. Who knew? What bash.
This next chapter of your life when they shouldn't be an extra. Getting over heartbreak is hard, but if you refuse to be misled by your mind and you take steps to heal, you can significantly.
But you refuse, right? Meaning you reject life everlasting and perpetually blast yourself the opposite way to desolation. Wow. Could not be.
Minimize your suffering. And it won't just be you who benefit from that. You'll be more present with your friends, more engaged.
Because instead of every time you get bashed and saying, wow, okay, this, okay, anytime anybody has ever had some regret or whatever, of course, it's always, the truth will always just, anytime you're bashing and bashing and bash, 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 of course, the truth is always there. No matter if you're supposedly not being bashed by you, but also in times that you're being bashed according to you. So it's just relentless. So what do you do instead? You just think yourself out of it. You just pump and swallow yourself to the point of seizuring, to the point where you're just so swollen it just short-circuited. The light is just splintered. It just dashing like glass in your gut, just ripping, shredding, dicing and smashing. Wow.
Engaged with your family, not to mention the billions of dollars of compromised productivity in the workplace.
Wow, because you all should be ashamed because you're not participating in the money-making future that you're all working towards, apparently. So, of course, you should want that as the priority in your life, right? because that's how you're going to get security for your family. And oh, yes, I want to position myself for the future and security. Wow. The only security that ever existed was the truth. The security against what? The protection against, you guessed it, the swarm. Wow. The deception, the lie, the light. Wow. The shape-shifting illusion of yourself. Wow. Who knew? Wow.
Place that could be avoided. So if you know someone who's heartbroken, have compassion.
Exactly,
social
because
support
it's
has
all
been
about
found to be
compassion,
important
guys.
for
And
their
of course,
recovery.
this is the
And have
doctrine
patience.
of this thing, of the swarm. Compassion, tolerate, equal. Yes, equity, yes, outcome. Pump to the gem of everlasting pavement to space. Yes.
Because it's going to take them longer to move on than you think it should. And if you're hurting, know this. It's difficult. It is a battle within your own mind, and you have to be diligent.
Because that's it, right? According to this bash thing, it's only a battle in your mind. Mind over matter, right? Wow, what a shame. What a shame. It could not be overcome, the mind and the flesh and all this nonsense bash, and return to the Father who giveth relentlessly life everlasting, the real promise, because you already have it. It's the real promise. The real promise, not the false promise of your own path and your own way and shape-shifting illusions of split personality after split personality, just smashing and dashing, pumping and dumping, skating and retreating, all of it, just going, relentless, all for pleasure, all for just doing it my way and smashing everyone, who because this person and the next one don't give a damn. But of course they give a damn. They give a damn about, you guessed it, themselves, because it's me, and 33 degrees of victimhood. Yes, smash me, yes, please, and give me more, because suffering, for building and smashing the Harry Potter years, and whoa. Gosh, abandon your ways. Repent and return to the Father. Amen. We'll end it there.